Hello, I'm Zoe Metcalfe, your Police, Fire and Crime Commissioner for North Yorkshire and York. In this video, I will explain how my police and crime plan sets out the strategic development of North Yorkshire Police over the next 2 years to achieve our vision for an exemplary police service that helps you to be safe and feel safe. My plan is built on the feedback you gave me during my campaign and the consultation run by my office in 2021, when they engaged with over 3,500 of you and over 2,000 of you responded to the survey, as well as the strategic risk and business needs assessments from the service. My team and I have worked hard to develop this plan. It gives a huge amount of detail about the situation we're in today, the challenges we face tomorrow, and how we propose to change to ensure our police service can keep North Yorkshire and York safe and feeling safe in the years ahead. In my plan, our vision is underpinned by 4 overarching principles that set out what I believe is an exemplary service based on what you have told me and my ambition for North Yorkshire Police in the longer term. These principles will be realised through the achievement of 5 public priorities for change, which reflect your priority areas for improvement from my consultation, and which detail the outcomes we can realistically expect North Yorkshire Police to deliver against in the next 2 years. Business delivery plans brought forward by the Chief Constable will set out how the police will deliver against these outcomes, and I will hold them to account for their progress against these. In everything you told me during my election campaign and through the consultation, these 4 principles stand out for what makes an exemplary police service: how they care for and protect people, how they go beyond partnership work to collaborate strategically to join up services, and how they realise the potential of their people as an organisation, and how they deliver the best possible service to the public. Vulnerability comes in many different forms and has many different impacts. Unfortunately, the exploitation, abuse and defrauding of the most vulnerable is often hidden, especially in rural areas, where crime can also have considerable psychological harm on individuals and whole communities. This requires particular support, a compassionate approach, and early identification and intervention to prevent harm. Tackling violence against all women and girls is a huge priority to me, and I have launched my own strategy with a statement of intention to ensure that all women and girls have their voices heard, can be confident there is a justice system that will believe them, and there is a network of help that supports survivors, builds their confidence and helps them rebuild their lives. No one should suffer in silence, and it is vital the police care about the people with whom they interact, regardless of the reason for the interaction, building trust and confidence so people feel able to speak out and seek help. Collaboration is about more than partnership work. It is about actively seeking to join up services to overcome our core problems like serious and organised drug, fraud and cybercrime, neighbourhood crime and antisocial behaviour, and the underlying causes of crime and violence. Moreover, in times of continuing financial constraints, truly strategic collaboration to pool our resources, co-fund services and share business functions, estate and assets is the only way we'll be able to reinvest in the frontline services. Realising the potential of our people is integral to delivering the best possible services to our communities. They need the right skills and equipment and an open, transparent and trusting culture in which to flourish, which will also inspire confidence and trust of the public in policing. In all of this, the police must put the public that they serve first and do everything that they can to enhance the public's experience when they interact with them. The police must be accessible and engaged, present where they are needed most, and able to provide the care asked of them. I expect North Yorkshire Police to embed these principles in everything they do and to consider them in the development of all new initiatives as the core benefits they should be striving to achieve. They are not department specific, but applicable to all areas of the service, and all areas should be looking at how they are contributing to achieving these principles. Based on your feedback, I have defined 5 priorities for what we can realistically expect North Yorkshire Police to deliver against in the next 2 years. My first priority is for the police to actively engage with all communities to identify need and risk and to reassure. This priority is about really understanding our communities so that you, the public, feel confident in and trust the police, helping us to feel safer. I expect to see the police improving their presence in communities with a greater accessibility and choice for contacting and engaging with the police, in particular, improved performance in the force control room, to reduce call waiting times for 999 and 101. I want you to feel confident in reporting crime to the police and in the service you will receive, especially amongst rural communities where crime most often goes unreported. My second priority is for the police to work jointly as a trusted partner to prevent harm and damage, intervene early and solve problems. This is about building from the understanding developed through Priority 1 to meet the needs of our communities, bearing in mind that the police are one cog in a wider system. A whole system approach is the most effective way to tackle problems and resolve underlying causes of crime and antisocial behaviour. It is also more likely to resolve issues quicker and ensure that they do not re-emerge. I expect the police to embed this approach and prevention-first attitude across everything they do and build the skills of all their officers to effectively solve problems. My third priority is for the police to deliver the right people, right support every time, to care effectively for people and to deliver their services in the most efficient way so that they can help as many people as possible. The police need to have the right people with the right training, skills and equipment in the right place and at the right time to provide the right intervention. And I expect the police to invest in neighbourhood and response policing, recognising them as specialisms and investing in the skills needed to properly do these roles that are the bedrock of policing in North Yorkshire. My fourth priority is for the police to maximise efficiency to make the most effective use of all available resources. This is about efficiency and effectiveness of the overall organisation as a business to save time and money to reinvest in delivering frontline services. I want to see police thinking carefully about how they best use their fleet, estate and technology, and how they help their people to be as productive as possible. I expect increased collaboration to share estate, assets and technology, and I want to see increasingly integrated services with partners, co-funding and co-commissioning to maximise benefits. My fifth priority is for the police to enhance positive culture, openness, integrity and public trust. Policing is by consent and legitimacy must be based on an open and transparent culture that fosters trust in the integrity of North Yorkshire Police. I expect the police to proactively tackle inappropriate conduct, racism and discrimination and build on the inclusive culture that embraces diversity. The Chief Constable will bring forward business delivery plans to set out how they will deliver against these priorities, and I will hold them to account for their progress through my public accountability meetings and governance structures to assess where additional focus or effort is required. And I will also continue to engage extensively with you to understand how you perceive their progress with regular perception surveys, advice surgeries and public events. I'm already acting on your feedback and putting in place key pieces of work to deliver on your priorities. By the end of this plan, North Yorkshire Police will have its highest numbers of officers in over a decade. I am commissioning a new victims' needs assessment to inform the ongoing development and improvement of the 17 support services for victims and vulnerable people that I commission. And I have approved, with an increased investment, a new victims centre to radically improve the service victims of violence and sexual assault receive. I have developed a new partnership strategy to tackle violence against women and girls that has set joint objectives across all local statutory partners. And I'm investing in interventions to address and change perpetrator behaviours to prevent reoffending. I'm continuing to win money from the Home Office to invest in our physical security of some of our most isolated and vulnerable communities and make our streets safer. And we'll be investing in the Force Control Room to improve its responsiveness. You can read my full police and crime plan on my website. Thank you for all your contributions that have helped develop this plan, and I hope this video has helped explain the changes you can expect to see over the next 2 years.